Hey guys, and welcome back to another Evil Aniki convention vlog. Today we're here at Anime Expo Chibi in the Artist Alley, and we're going to be checking out some artists and not AI. We'll be doing a little coverage on the AI in the exhibit hall vlog when that comes out. I thought I saw a friend of the channel, Jane, or jinii.jpg on Instagram. I thought I saw her booth here, but it was actually just her friend selling some of her artwork as she was in Portland for a different convention. I didn't know that at the time. I checked back a few times hoping I'd find Jane and, you know, her significant other there, but I didn't. And I didn't want to stop and talk, you know, so soon into the event. I wanted to go and check out the artists while I had a chance. This is very early. This was maybe like 10:30. I got here as early as I could to be able to make sure I didn't get here when it was packed. As you can see, it's pretty clear at the moment. It fills up really fast. Artist Alley was right next to the entrance, and so a lot of people funneled into this venue. This is a giant tent that they set up to have all of these artists in, and unfortunately, you know, it wasn't the best. It was very humid in here. You know, they had some AC installed. Like, they had like they made this tent very professional. Like, it was almost like a building. Like, they had, like, you know, glass doors and AC, like powerful AC, but it just was not enough. I would have preferred they had some open window areas to let in some actual air, because it was kind of stuffy in here. I've actually been to this booth too. I got their shirt up here, the little Space Panda one. I think I got that pre-COVID. They weren't there. Their booth was obviously down. Whenever you see a booth covered in like a tarp, it usually means that they're off somewhere in the other, you know, in the convention somewhere doing something else. But here I am checking out some of the side booths over here. These are really interesting booths here. A lot of crowd starting to pick up here, so I'm trying to make my way through. I sort of do like a little ring around, and then I sort of go into the middle bit. I'm not really seeing much on this side that's, you know, tickling my fancy. A lot of people were selling stickers and prints, and I think stickers and prints are going to go out of fashion real fast, like in the next year or so. I don't think they're going to be able to maintain slaps and stickers. They're just not going to maintain the sales that they've been doing through the last couple of years. I think a lot of people are starting to get tired of them, myself included. Like, I have so many stickers that I haven't even used them all. And same thing with posters. I have so many posters and I have just no more wall space. But, you know, one thing that people do have room for, will always have room for, is going to be keychains and pins, because they're so small. And there's a lot of great ways to actually display pins. If you didn't know about this, you can buy some Velcro strips that you can slap on the wall, and you know, you can put your pins up. I have some of my pins on my shelf, so it's like a little Velcro bar that you can like stick to, like, you know, a shelf or whatever you want, basically, and you can stick your pins into that. I also have like a little box that I got from IKEA that I put some of my pins into. It's like a nice little glass case thing. It's really cool. But yeah, you can see a lot of the artists are still setting up. There's even some booths that aren't even set up yet. Very lucky to be able to get some of this footage. This area got so crowded. I came back here a little bit later with a bunch of friends, and it was just an absolute nightmare trying to get through some of these crowds. Even on day 2, it was still pretty packed. Artist Alley was really popping for this event. I'm sure a lot of people did some great sales here. But the first thing that I bought when I was here is I came across an artist here that I really, really like. These shirts absolutely stuck out to me. Nonbinaryfrog here had some amazing shirts. I wish they had some in a size that was big enough for me. The one that I wanted, they didn't have an extra large, so I had to get the second one, which is this dim sum one. I really wanted that You're the Tiger one because it looks so cool. I really like the artwork on that one. They're very cool. They also had some great patches and stickers here. A lot of cool stuff here. Be sure to check them out. Their website is nonbinaryfrog.com. And also, because I had such a great little conversation with them, they gave me a sticker here for free. Super cool of them. Absolutely love them. And then I came across this booth over here, and they had some interesting stuff. They were very friendly and appealing and easy to walk up to. And I think that's something that a lot of Artist Alley booths don't do so well, is they don't really have that, you know, ability to draw people in as easy. They were very friendly here, very accommodating. I asked a few questions about what they were doing here. I'm not really a big person in the, you know, magic and cards and One Piece, and that was mainly what they were selling here. I really wanted to buy something though, because I really liked their showmanship of their booth. It was very different than a lot of what the other booths. It was very rustic. And they were also very outgoing, and you know, it's very easy to draw me in if you're very outgoing. So they're showing me some of their prints. I end up getting a one-piece print here with gold foil of Chomper. I wasn't too fond of the characters, but I really like Chomper because it's less anime and it looks more ethereal. They also had these really cool blacklight ones. I was really worried about them shining this blacklight on my legs for personal reasons. But yeah, they were pretty cool. They had actually lost some of their merchandise and they were expecting to get some more later in this day because they had lost some to the rain a week before when they were prepping for Anime Expo Chibi, as this whole area was just in a crazy downpour. It was like freak rains here in California. But yeah, they were super cool, and we're going to check out some of the other booths here at the event. I'm going to sort of speed up some of this footage just to get through some of it. I don't want this video to be like 50 minutes long. But I'm going to try and do a little run by of each booth at least, maybe. I don't know. It's really hard to tell in the editing where I'm walking sometimes, because I don't know if you can tell in this footage, but later on it's like walking through a sea of people and you're barely just trying to keep your head afloat as you're walking through. And there's so many great artists here, and I want to try and promote as many great artists as possible. This booth in the end with the black and white really stood out to me. Anything anyone can do to make themselves stand out really helps. Like, if you make your booth like fully pink, that really helps. Or if you like stick to a theme or a color theme, or if your art all matches like an aesthetic, or if you have like a great display. You know, you don't always have to be great with showmanship to have a great booth. But, you know, having great showmanship can really draw people in with your own personality. So there's a lot of great ways to be able to run a booth. The one thing I find funny about anime conventions is there's like a trend to come dressed in like full SWAT gear, and I don't really understand this meme. That guy that we just passed had body armor and a ski mask, but there was like a full troop of Team Rocket dressed up like SWAT team in the exhibit hall that I came across later. I don't think I got him on video, but I would die. Like, I would melt and have a heat stroke and just die if I wore that at a convention. It would be so hot in that gear, and I would not be able to do it. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know why they're doing it. Like, sure, do it for the gram, but damn, like, that is some, like, commitment. Like, I would never do that. I've cosplayed once, and after that, I said never again, because I wore a poncho at an anime expo in like 90-something degree weather, and I was dying. I didn't think this event had the best layout for their Artist Alley. I don't think I've ever seen an event have a really good Artist Alley layout. I always feel like they try to cram too many artists into a small space. I get it. They're trying to get their money's worth for the event, but I feel like there's just a big misutilization of space, especially at this event. And as you can see later in the video, the crowds really, really build up in these aisles. And even if you're trying to have this big open section in the middle, like, the actual aisles are definitely a fire hazard. So I don't know what to tell you. I think they needed more space. And also proper ventilation. I come back to that booth again later. But we're going to check out my friend Chai's booth here. I've got a whole bunch of her stuff, and she's been on the channel multiple times. I actually met her at a Deco Day event, which is like a small little event run by Anime Impulse, I think. It's mainly a car event, but they had some artists there. I asked her what was new. She pointed to the Black Rock shooter keychain, which I end up getting. I think I'm going to give it to a friend. Not sure yet. I don't know. I don't really usually meet up with that friend, so if I see him, I'll give it to him. If not, you know, I'll hold on to it till then. I don't need so much stuff. I like buying stuff, but I don't necessarily need all this stuff. I've got so many of her stickers. And I actually got a sticker from her buddy here too. He had a Soul Eater sticker, and two of my friends were cosplaying as those characters, which you'll see in a later video on cosplayers. I'm also going to have a video for the exhibit hall, and it's going to be a whole series of videos coming out throughout the next week, so be sure to check that out. But I had a lovely conversation with Chai here about the Good Smile booth that's in the exhibit hall, and she was showing me some of the posters she got for the Kill la Kill and Promare. They had a 10th anniversary Kill la Kill poster. I think it's like 24 by 36. I actually got them myself as well. I didn't get it on camera because I was charging my camera back at my hotel at the time, and yeah, they're great. And when I went, there was no line, but when I was in the exhibit hall and checking it out, because after this I ran over to the exhibit hall to go find the Good Smile booth to figure out if I was gonna get these posters or not, because they were only $16 for a 24 by like 36 poster. That's such a steal. That's such a good deal. Like, so good, so good. Good Smile had some really like decent priced merchandise this time around, and I was really shocked. Normally they only like really focus on like their figures, and they're usually like $50 to like $100. But they had some really cool stuff on the cheaper side for this event, which I really liked. And as you can see here, this crowd isn't that bad to get through, but later on, oh man, just, you know, send me a rope and pull me ashore, because I am just drowning in a sea of people. Again, I'm going to speed up some of this footage so that way we can just get through this. I'm not sure if some of this footage, you know, might be duplicated in my edit. I know I try to go through Artist Alley as many times as possible to make sure I get proper coverage of who's here and what's for sale, and make sure I don't try and miss anything. And I still somehow miss stuff all the time. Like, there's so much good art I see in the edits that I really wish I had gotten. But going back, I know I noticed there was this really cool plushie booth, and I really want to go back and get a plushie from them so bad. But their prices were a little out of my range for this event. But they have an Etsy, so I might check out their Etsy to buy some, and we're going to come up on them in just a second. And here we are. Check these out. These are so cool. I believe these plushies are like 180 for the smallish ones, and then the bigger ones are like 400, and then these smaller ones are like 75. That's their card. You can freeze frame it and check out their Etsy store. They had a lot of really cool stuff here. They had like some hell of a boss, and you know, they had Cyberpunk and you know, Genshin Impact, and just so many different characters here. I really like the Gura that they had up top. They also had like a pony Miku, which was pretty cute. That was on the cheaper side. But that's it for me checking out everything by myself. I actually got a message that my friends had just arrived, so I'm gonna head outside and meet up with them, and I'm gonna come right back on inside. But there was an interesting little sideshow going on, because the stage show is right next to the entrance as well. So let's listen to that.
To see you guys there. Yeah, let's just say a preview. Let me see. I think I can hear myself. Yes. Okay. Let's test. I'm trying to remember which one it is. 1, 2. Yeah, it's Shinjidai. It might be in Japanese. Yes, thank you. Can I get the vocals on the stage monitors up a tiny bit, please? Test.
Test. It's so funny. But here I am back in Artist Alley. I actually make 2 more purchases, but I had to show those plushies to my friends because they were so cool. That Rebecca Edgerunners, Cyberpunk Edgerunners plushie was just so cool. These are so well made, by the way. Like, I honestly think these people were undervaluing how much they were selling these for. And then I came across a Lloyd who was looking for Anya. This is a funny meme from the show, I've been told. I've only seen the first couple of episodes. I've been told I'm not a true weeb because I haven't seen it. My friend had to trade one of his cards for their cards. I don't... self-promo, right? But here's what I mean about this crowd getting, like, you know, drowning in a sea of people here. This is just so intense. Like, I'm struggling to get through this crowd at this point. And this is maybe around, like, 1 p.m. And there's a lot of artists here that I've seen at previous events, so I'm trying to find people who I haven't seen. I came across this artist here. I'm going to have her handle on screen. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but they had this really cool art book here. A lot of cool keychains. Well, I actually get their shirt because it was a really decent price for a shirt. I think it was 20 bucks for the Crybaby shirt that you just saw me look at over there. I actually think I've seen this art book before, maybe pre-COVID. I don't know. I never know. You know, everything sort of blends together after a while. But they were super cool. A lot of cool art here. They actually wrap their shirts up into this little custom baggie here. For 20 bucks, this is a steal. You know, normally you don't get like a custom bag. Like I had her like handle on it, I believe, or her store name on it, which is crazy. A lot of cool pins here. These look familiar. I don't think I've seen them before though. And then here's me trying to refill myself, doing a horrible job because there's just a swarm of people. And also this angle is hideous, right? Who likes my chin? Not me. And then we came across some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. My friends are diehard Yu-Gi-Oh fans, so we had to check out these little Yu-Gi-Oh card keychains. They also had a Dark Magician Girl print here, which was pretty nice. I'm not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, but Dark Magician Girl is, you know, just always a classic vibe, right? Speaking of vibes, there was a booth right across the aisle here that took me forever to get to. Talk about foot traffic. They have the absolute utmost style over here. Look at these glittery stickers and just the style just oozing out of this booth. I love the colors. I end up getting this little postcard here. It's this little Beach Girls postcard here. I've actually gotten a shirt from them, I believe, before. I think it was a button-up. I'm not too sure. The style is so familiar that I think it's them. I'm usually not a fan of their work because it's kind of like this yaoi Shota vibe, but I really like this postcard, and the shirt I got before wasn't so yaoi that it was offensive. But yeah, I had to get this postcard. But you all are probably wondering how much I spent and what everything costs here in Artist Alley, so let's run through these prices. The first item I got was the Dim Sum Goddess shirt, which cost me $35. The second item I got was the one-piece Chomper print for $30. The keychain I got for Black Rock Shooter was $12. The Soul Eater sticker I got was, I believe, $6. The Crybaby shirt I got was $20, and the Beach Girls postcard was $5. And that all brings me to a total of, let's hear it, $113 here in Artist Alley. This isn't actually too on average for me to spend in an Artist Alley. Artist Alley is one of my biggest spending spots for any anime convention. But I'll catch you guys in the next video, and be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And be sure to stick around for more content because Exhibit Hall is coming up next. Bye.